do realize that this is the 20th time you've watched this video, right? Yeah, I do. Blizzard Software put a lot of care and effort into making these characters. And by far, Soldier 76 has to be my favorite. Oh, please. I've seen better character designs come from underneath my boot. Look at me, I'm dark and edgy like Batman. I've got a brooding backstory, and I fight crime. And did I mention that I'm geriatric? Watch me as I beat them to death with my walker. This coming from the Fallout Equestria OC that's 50 years old. Unicorns age gracefully. Shouldn't you be doing a review right now? Shh! Here comes the best part. Ha! Hey there folks, this is Deckard Spade, and today we're going to review Overwatch. This highly anticipated team shooter was announced in 2014 at BlizzCon. The remnants of what was once Project Titan, the large MMO that Blizzard was working on for years, Blizzard had decided that the game itself as an MMO was not fun, and they wanted the core gameplay to reflect being fun. So, rather than continue with what was supposed to be an immersive world with a lot of unfun mechanics, Blizzard scrapped the game and then took it in a new direction, making a shooter that was fun for everyone. As well, rather than playing nameless characters that would be running around on a map, Blizzard created unique original characters that were all once part of a global defense unit known as Overwatch, all of which have expansive stories and connections to one another. So far, their stories have been told not only in video, but in comic form, which can be found on the website. I highly suggest that you read the comics and look at the videos, because not only are they entertaining, they show off the abilities and the history of all 19 characters on the roster so far. My personal favorite is Soldier 76. Chris Metzen had actually made this character. Soldier 76 was one of the first members of the first strike teams in Overwatch. Most people thought him dead at the end of Overwatch's first disbandment. Long after the organization had fallen apart, he had taken to vigilantism to clean up the streets. He's a well-rounded character and one of the first ones that you play in the tutorial. That said, let's talk a little bit about the gameplay. This game plays as a shooter, with teams of 6 on each side. You're either defending specific points or doing escorts across the map. Blizzard Software obviously streamlined this game for fun. All characters have infinite ammo, but still have a reserved time for reload or recovering from swinging in melee. All characters usually have 2 abilities that they can use in combat aside from their standard attack, and every character has a unique ultimate ability that charges up over time. This ultimate builds faster depending on the amount of kills that you get. And whether you play offense, defense, support, or tank, every character is capable of holding their own, though some are squishier than others. Use your judgment. Matches can last anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes. At the end of each match, you get a little bit of experience towards gaining levels. These levels will gain loot boxes for you that you would normally have to purchase on the online store. Whether you buy them or you earn them, they're the same loot boxes. These come with random skins, spray tags, and voice lines for each character, as well as some currency for duplicate items, as well as just currency itself drops out of the boxes. This currency can more directly be used to choose the different things that you can unlock for your characters. From skins, emotes, or even just one-liners that your character can say whenever you talk, this adds a nice bit of diversity to the character spread. And all of it is accessible without having to spend a dime if you don't want to. However, I am going to note that the Origins edition of the game that came out at release is the only way for people to get specific skins for the Origin characters. As for those of you who are looking for Easter eggs, there's plenty of them to be had. Rainer's Raiders, Murlocs, and even some of the creators of the game themselves have placed themselves throughout the game. Even James McCree is named after one of the developers of the game. So is the Russian bodybuilder Zarya. Overall, this game has plenty to be had. For those who haven't already done so, I encourage you to pick it up. Well, that's about as much time as we have, so as always, thank you for staying a while to listen.